Good day, and welcome to our special coverage on workplace regulations. Employers across industries are now required to adhere to a newly structured employee code of conduct and disciplinary regulations aimed at ensuring professionalism and accountability in the workplace. According to the latest directives, every employer must submit their disciplinary policies to the competent labor authorities for approval. Additionally, all workplaces must visibly display these regulations to ensure employees are aware of the rules and potential penalties. Article 1. General Provisions. 1. Every employer must present the disciplinary regulations to the competent labor authorities for approval. 2. Any amendments to the regulations must also be approved by the competent labor authorities. 3. Employers must display the approved sanctions regulation in a visible location at the workplace. Article 2. Violations and penalties. A. Violations related to working hours. 1. Failure to adhere to working hours. First violation. Deduction from salary as per company policy. Repeated violation. Escalating penalties, including written warnings and further deductions. 2. Tardiness in arriving to work, up to 15 minutes without justification, verbal warning. Repeated offense, deduction from salary. More than 15 minutes without valid reason, written warning and salary deduction. More than 30 minutes and up to 60 minutes, salary deduction and potential restriction from workplace entry. Repeated violations, more than 4 times within 6 months, escalation to termination procedures. 3. Leaving work early without authorization, departure more than 1 hour before the end of working hours, salary deduction and disciplinary action. Repeated offense, written warning and potential termination. B. Violations related to workplace conduct. 1. Unauthorized visitors in the workplace, first violation, written warning. Repeated violation, more than 4 times in 6 months, termination with severance as per labor law. 2. Distribution of unauthorized publications, first violation, salary deduction or suspension. Repeated violation, termination if behavior persists. 3. False claims or misrepresentation, first violation, written warning. Repeated violation, more than 4 times within 6 months, dismissal. 4. Failure to follow workplace instructions, if instructions are clearly displayed in a language understood by employees. First violation, written warning. Repeated violation, salary deductions, suspension or termination. 5. Inciting others to disregard workplace rules, depending on the severity of the act, penalties may include written warnings, salary deductions, suspension or termination if the act threatens workplace safety. C. Violations related to professional conduct. 1. Bringing prohibited items to the workplace, first violation, written warning and possible salary deduction. Repeated violation, termination if the act is repeated after 6 months. 2. Use of company materials for unauthorized purposes, first violation, salary deduction and warning. Repeated violation, escalating penalties up to termination. Article 3. Progressive disciplinary actions. 1. For minor violations, verbal warning. Written warning for repeated offenses. 2. For repeated or serious violations, salary deductions. Suspension from work. Dismissal if violations persist. 3. Final notice. A worker will receive a final written warning upon the 4th offense. If the same violation is committed a 5th time within 6 months, the worker may be dismissed. Article 4. Enforcement and compliance. 1. All employees are required to comply with these regulations. 2. Managers and supervisors are responsible for ensuring fair enforcement of disciplinary actions. 3. Any disputes regarding penalties shall be referred to the competent labor authorities. Conclusion. 4. In summary, the newly established Employee Code of Conduct and disciplinary regulations emphasize the importance of professionalism, punctuality, and adherence to workplace rules. 4. With a structured system of warnings, salary deductions, and potential termination for repeated violations, these regulations aim to create a more disciplined and efficient work environment. 5. Employers are required to enforce these rules fairly, while employees must ensure compliance to avoid penalties. 5. Ultimately, these measures seek to enhance workplace productivity, foster accountability, and maintain a professional atmosphere for all. 6. Stay informed, stay compliant, and contribute to a better workplace.